Hello everyone, it is me Kevin, and I'm back with another LEGO review. This time with the LEGO Star Wars Poe Dameron's X-Wing Fighter. So this is a LEGO set I've been wanting to get for ages. This LEGO set is what I really wanted because I never had an X-Wing, I never had Poe Dameron, I still needed an R2-D2. And you get some cool minifigures here as well. You get the Knights of Ren and you get Janna. So that's pretty cool. Like, I really am glad I finally got this set because this set I've been trying to get for a while. Like I was calling Walmart to see if they have it, and they did not for a while until about a week ago when they finally had it. So I went out there and bought this. So I am really happy that they finally got it. Like, I am so happy. But yeah, this looks like a cool set actually. You know, as usual, you had Kylo Ren at the corner here in Lego form. You also have the X-Wing here. Like I said, you have Poe, Janna, the Knights of Ren, and R2-D2. At the back, it shows you the X-Wing. Poe is getting on there. There's Janna, R2-D2, the Knights of Ren over there. Putting R2-D2 inside. And right here's the proton torpedoes, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, this looks like a very interesting set so far. But are the pieces worth the purchase? Let's find out. Alrighty, so I just opened the box, and so far it seems like there are 6 bags, a very big instruction booklet, or at least to me. At least they didn't split it up like they usually do. But yeah, it looks like there are 6 bags here. Well, I think it's time to start building, so we're gonna do that right now. Alrighty, so I just finished building this X-Wing, and wow, this took me about like 2 hours, I'm pretty sure. And I gotta say, this was my first time building an X-Wing, and I gotta say, this looks, this was a pretty fun and neat build, so I'll give it that. But we're gonna first talk about the minifigures, so we're gonna do that right now. Alrighty, so in this set, we get 4 minifigures, and I gotta say, the minifigure selection is actually pretty nice here. We get one exclusive minifigure, we get a Knights of Ren, and we get R2-D2 along with Poe. So I gotta say, with all the minifigures we get, I really can't complain with the minifigure selection. It's very hard for me to say what other minifigure we could have added. I mean, maybe we could have added Princess Leia minifigure, but besides that, I mean, I really don't see how this minifigure selection could have been improved. So we're gonna first start off with Poe Dameron. Now, I'm pretty sure this Poe Dameron hasn't been any different for, you know, compared to the other Poe Damerons. I really don't see a difference between this one and the other ones because he really looks basically the same thing. You know, he has this helmet looks pretty cool. Like, I always liked the X-Wing helmets, especially this one. You know, the torso printing, always looking good. You know, I like the little resistance symbol there, you know, all the detailing here, going all the way down to his legs. The back, you know, looks pretty good as well. You know, here's a look at his helmet. Gotta say, looks pretty cool. You know, he has a blaster. And the helmet, you know, looks pretty cool, like I said. So, if you take it out, you know, you could put in his hair. You see, there you go. And I'm glad they included his hair in here so, you know, you wouldn't just, like, leave his helmet on. So, it's nice they gave us that option. And, you know, he has 2 faces. This one is his smirking, smiley face, you know, his confident face. And the other side, it's you know, kind of a more serious face. Now, I'm pretty sure these are the same faces Poe has made for all of his Lego appearances. I'm pretty sure. So, I kind of wish that they gave him some new faces, because, like, they haven't really changed up the faces for, I'm pretty sure, like, many of the characters in Lego Star Wars, at least for the sequel trilogy. Kind of wish they changed up the faces a bit. Like, I watched The Rise of Skywalker the other day, and, you know, in the film, while he was flying the X-Wing, you know, he was, like, pretty scared or intimidated. Like, you know, like when people were dying, he was, like, screaming and all that. So I kind of wish they had more like a shocked kind of face. Maybe that, maybe a more fearful kind of face. I kind of wish they did that instead of just the same two faces. But it's okay. I'm not really too mad about it. Overall, this isn't a bad minifigure. I still like the Poe Dameron minifigure. Next we have is the Knights of Ren. This is a really nice minifigure of the Knights of Ren. I really love it that they decided to include the Knights of Ren here. This is the Knights of Ren. Like, if you look at his torso, looks really nice. I really love the detailing, especially the helmet. I like how they look shiny. Here's the back. I really love the helmet. This is a really cool Knights of Ren minifigure, and if you look under the helmet, there's really nothing. It's just a black face. Yeah, I really have nothing else to say then. It's really cool. I'm glad we got the Knights of Ren. Anyway, this Knights of Ren has a blaster and, you know, this kind of weapon here. So that's cool. Yeah, but besides that, this is just a cool Knights of Ren minifigure. So I like that. And then we have R2-D2. Now, this R2-D2 I'm pretty sure is nothing really different from the other versions of R2-D2 because this is, I'm pretty sure, the same R2-D2 we have gotten for years, since 2014. So if you look at R2-D2 up close, you'll see that printing around the head. It's the closest chrome that we will get for R2-D2. But yeah, there's really nothing different about R2-D2. It looks the same as it's always been for a few years now, and this is not a bad version of R2-D2. I really think this is probably the best version of R2-D2 we have gotten so far. And our final character here is Janna. We never had Janna in any other of the Lego sets because she is from The Rise of Skywalker, and this is her first appearance in a Lego set so far, so that's pretty good. So this is Janna from The Rise of Skywalker, like I said. I gotta say, this is really nice torso printing from any of the Star Wars characters I've seen recently, actually. You know, she has so much going on, like, you know, her torso printing's right here. Looks really detailed, really nice. There's also printing on her arms, which is, you know, kind of surprising that Lego actually did that, because they usually never do arm printing on, you know, like, just standard old Lego sets that aren't UCS sets. Because, like, with Boba Fett, he had arm printing, but would not use that version of Boba Fett the other sets afterwards because he would never have the arm printing. Now Janna has arrows behind her and and a bow, and she has two faces. One is a calm kind of face, while her other face is more serious. She seems more excited kind of face, but it looks more like a shocked kind of face. I also got to say the hairpiece is just amazing. Like, this is an amazing hairpiece. Like, Janna is probably one of the more interesting Lego Star Wars characters, mostly because of the details and printing alone. Like, this hairpiece is just sweet. It just really is. Looks pretty cool. So that's nice to get. But yeah, these are all the minifigures for the Lego X-Wing, and I just talked about them. So now we're going to talk about the X-Wing. So this is the Lego Star Wars X-Wing, and I gotta say, I really do love this new kind of X-Wing. You know, the colors threw me off at first, but after seeing its inclusion in the movie and all that, I really do think it works really well. And I gotta say, it does really look cool, actually, looking back, because, I love how the orange is just in the middle, but the white is surrounding it. So I really do love that. It's accurate to the movie, obviously. So let's look around. So right around here, if you look at it from the side, this is where I'm pretty sure the proton torpedoes are. So right here, you would just fire. You would press this button. It's a stud shooter. You would fire, and boom, your proton torpedoes are fired. Right around here, we have the engine. The engines are right here. Right here, where the guns are. And right here is the flick fire missile. So you would basically do that. It would fire. Right around here are the engines. Now, usually, I'm pretty sure this feature right here would be, you would usually put it in S-foil attack position. You would, like, turn it, and then, boom, the it's an S-foil attack positions. But they actually changed it up a bit, and they made it so this feature would actually do that. So I'll show you that in a minute. But yeah, so the engines look really nice. I really do love it. Like, it looks pretty cool. Right here is where you would put R2-D2. Like that. And right here is where you would put Dameron. And you would also put his gun right here. You know, the control panels are right here, and, you know, the gun right here. There's also a little piece here where you could pretend it's a lever. You can move it up and down. And if you look very closely, you can see a control panel right there, like right here. And as I stated before, you can put Dameron inside, and he can fly the X-Wing. And also, there's this piece here where, you know, you would move it in for Poe to either get in or get out of the X-Wing. Now, to put it in attack position, you have to move this piece back there, like this. Whoops, sorry about that. I didn't hold it as I should have done. So basically, you move this and it will put it in attack position. So that, then you open it like this. You see, I could get used to this. It's actually pretty easy. Now, for those who want to see it more better, here's how it looks. Like that, basically, you know. But yeah, that's what it would look like. Then you would move this here, move out of position, and then you could like fly the X-Wing around. You know, like that. And I gotta say, I really do love how this X-Wing really looks, you know, and I also like it how there's a piece right here. As soon as you put it in attack position, there's a piece that moves down here, and it'll make it so, you know, in case you want to display it in attack position, you would put it like this. And that way, you know, you could display it like that. And I really do love how LEGO decided to do that, because I don't think they have done that for the other X-Wings before. So that's really good. Good job, LEGO, for doing that. But yeah, those are basically my thoughts on the X-Wing. Like, I really don't have any more to say. Like, you know, there's really nothing else much to the set besides, you know, there's a cockpit. You can put an attack position through this. And you also get this and a few cool minifigures. That's basically it. So now it's time to go to my final thoughts. So I gotta say, this LEGO set is really great. I love the LEGO Star Wars Poe Dameron's X-Wing because it really is a good playset. Like, I really love how they were able to get the colors right on here. Like, they did a really good job on that. I love it how there's a good array of white, orange, and some colors of, you know, gray and blue on here. Detailing all around this X-Wing just looks magnificent. I love some of the added stuff they have here, you know, like the proton torpedoes. I'm glad they did that right this time with stud shooters. And I also love how they put the feature up here this time. You know, you just move it up, boom, just like that. Although it does seem pretty violent when you try to close it like this. Like, maybe it's just when I'm letting go, but it does seem a little too rough. So hopefully this will last me for a while, like forever. And I gotta say, you know, you do get pretty cool minifigures. You get Jaina, you get the Knights of Ren, you get Poe, and you get R2-D2. Not a bad minifigure selection. And you also get this. You know, if you like The Rise of Skywalker, then I would definitely say get this set, because this set is pretty worth it, actually. But if you're just a Star Wars fan and you already have like 30 X-Wings, then maybe you could wait, because, you know, this is another X-Wing, but it is different, you know, a little unique. And I gotta say, compared this to Poe Dameron's other X-Wing, I may prefer this a little more. I have to get Poe Dameron's X-Wing, and maybe I can compare it with this one. But if you already have Poe Dameron's X-Wing, then maybe you don't need this one. But if you don't have that X-Wing, or maybe many other X-Wings, get this, because this is a cool X-Wing. I don't know, it depends on your situation. Like, if you have the classic X-Wing, then maybe you could get this. I don't know, just it depends on your personal taste, obviously. You get four pretty cool minifigures, like, you get Janna and the Knights of Ren, but maybe Janna will appear in another Lego Star Wars set, or maybe not. We shall see as time goes on. Now, in terms of pricing, this is a little expensive because, looking at the price, like for the pieces alone, it's 761 pieces. If we apply that to, pricing, it should be about $76. This is a $90 Lego set, so, this may turn people off a little bit, like it's $20 more than it should be. And I can understand that. I mean, it's a little more better than the Sith TIE Fighter, because that's like 400 pieces, I'm pretty sure, and that's like $70. That's like $30 more. So, yeah, this may turn off people a little bit. So, maybe not really feeling it with the price, then maybe you should wait for it to at least go on sale, maybe go down a little by price. But even with that, I really did have a fun time building this set. Like, this set was really fun to build. I really love it. This is a nice X-Wing. I'm finally glad to have my first X-Wing, so maybe I'm a little biased there, but it's a really nice X-Wing, so if you love The Rise of Skywalker, then maybe get this. If you don't have an X-Wing or not, this wouldn't be a bad start. But if you already have like many X-Wings, then maybe you shouldn't get it, or maybe you should. It depends on your personal taste. But are the pieces worth the purchase? I would say maybe wait for it to go on sale, but if you really want this set, then get it, because it really is really cool. So that's my thoughts on the Lego Poe Dameron's X-Wing fighter. I would say go pick it up maybe when it's on sale, or pick it up if you really want it and you're a fan of The Rise of Skywalker. That's my thoughts. Thank you for seeing this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and stay tuned because I have some other Lego Star Wars and other Lego videos coming up pretty soon. So stay tuned for that, and see you later.